Welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. This time we're looking at something that might seem kind of simple at first, puzzles. But stick with us, because there's a whole world of meaning behind these
Absolutely.
interlocking pieces, and especially when they show up in our favorite TV shows. Now, to help us break it all down, we have with us a puzzle expert. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So glad you're here. You might be thinking right now, puzzles and TV, what's the connection?
Right.
Well, a lot of those on-screen puzzle moments are not just about entertainment. They're like these cleverly disguised personal growth moments for the characters.
Mm.
And you know what? Those moments can be incredibly relatable to us watching at home.
Yeah, and this is something that Jody Jull, the founder of National Puzzle Day, is really passionate about.
Oh, right. National Puzzle Day, January 29th. For all you puzzle lovers out there, I have to admit, seeing a character like lost in a jigsaw puzzle or intensely focused on a chessboard just pulls me in. I bet a lot of puzzle fans feel the same way.
Absolutely. There's a sense of camaraderie, almost like we're right there with them experiencing the challenge and the satisfaction of each solved piece.
Totally.
And what's really fascinating is how these shows actually use these puzzles as metaphors for the characters' internal struggles and their triumphs.
Okay, so let's get specific. You know I love examples. We've got a great list of shows here from Jody Jill herself, featuring everything from jigsaw puzzles to cryptic clues. We're talking This Is Us, The Queen's Gambit, Stranger Things, The Big Bang Theory, The West Wing, and even Parks and Recreation.
Wow, that's a really diverse mix, and it really shows how universal this whole appeal of puzzles is.
Yeah, so let's start with This Is Us. And that incredibly moving scene where Rebecca is working on a jigsaw puzzle while she's grappling with Alzheimer's. It's not just a random activity. It's like this powerful representation of her trying to hold on to her memories as they're slipping away.
Exactly. It's like a poignant visualization of what psychologists call externalized cognition. So by actually manipulating those physical puzzle pieces, Rebecca is actually attempting to impose order on her increasingly fragmented internal world. So the puzzle becomes this external representation of her internal struggle.
And it's not just Rebecca, the whole family joins in, turning it into this beautiful act of love and support. They're literally helping her piece together her life, her memories.
And that shared activity really highlights this crucial element of resilience, social support. So the family isn't just passively watching her struggle, they're actively engaging in the process with her, which reinforces her sense of connection and belonging even as she's facing this immense challenge.
Yeah. It's such a powerful message, and I think anyone who's ever supported a loved one through a difficult time can relate to that feeling of just wanting to help put the pieces back together.
Okay, so on a completely different note, we have the Queen's Gambit, where the game of chess itself becomes a puzzle for Beth Harmon. She's not just playing for fun, she's tackling these complex chess problems. And each move she makes mirrors her journey of self-discovery.
It's about so much more than just the game, right? For Beth, chess becomes this way to assert control in a life where she often feels powerless. So those intricate chess problems that she's going through, they represent her personal demons, her addiction, her loneliness, her feelings of inadequacy.
So you're saying each time she strategizes and conquers a chess problem, she's essentially overcoming a personal obstacle.
Precisely. It's like this brilliant visual representation of her internal battles, and for viewers, especially those who might be facing their own challenges. It's incredibly inspiring to watch her use her intellect and her strategic thinking to achieve victory, both on and off the chessboard. Now, speaking of battling demons, how about Stranger Things? The whole show is like this one giant terrifying puzzle, with Eleven and her friends constantly having to decipher clues and solve mysteries to fight the Upside Down. But it's not just about defeating monsters, is it?
Absolutely not. The puzzles in Stranger Things represent something much deeper. Teamwork, perseverance, and the unwavering power of friendship.
Right.
So each solved puzzle, each cracked code strengthens their bond, and it helps them navigate this terrifying unknown world.
It's amazing how something as seemingly simple as a puzzle can take on such profound meaning in these stories. It really highlights the universality of problem solving and the different ways we approach challenges in our lives.
And that's what makes these moments so relatable for us as viewers. Whether we're puzzle enthusiasts ourselves or not, we can all connect with the feeling of facing a problem, strategizing, and ultimately finding a solution, just like these characters do.
So we've seen puzzles representing memory, self-control, even battling these supernatural forces. But let's not forget the pure joy and intellectual stimulation of puzzles, something the Big Bang Theory captures perfectly. Remember Sheldon and that 3D puzzle he just couldn't put down? I mean, it's Sheldon, so naturally there's a deeper layer there.
Oh, absolutely. That scene is so funny. It really plays on Sheldon's need for control and perfectionism,
Oh,
but it also reveals his capacity for growth.
right.
Remember how frustrated he got when he couldn't immediately solve it?
Oh,
He
yeah.
had to learn to let go of his rigid expectations and embrace the challenge, the uncertainty.
It's like the puzzle forced him to step outside of his comfort zone,
Hmm.
which for someone like Sheldon is a huge step.
Exactly. And in that process, he discovers something new about himself, something that goes beyond his intellectual prowess. It speaks to the idea that even the most brilliant minds can benefit from the humility and the patience that puzzle solving often demands. And that's a lesson that we can all apply to our own lives, right? Sometimes letting go of the need for immediate perfection and embracing that process of figuring things out can actually lead to some unexpected growth and self-discovery.
Absolutely. So true. Now, shifting gears to a completely different setting, we have the West Wing and President Bartlett, a man like shouldering the weight of the world, finds solace in a simple jigsaw puzzle. It's not just a way to unwind. It becomes this powerful symbol of his need to step back and find clarity amidst chaos.
That scene always resonates with me. It reminds us that even like the most brilliant and capable leaders need those moments of quiet reflection. Puzzles in this context offer like a form of mental reset, allowing Bartlett to compartmentalize that immense pressure of his role and approach decisions with this renewed sense of clarity.
It's like the puzzle provides him with this safe space to detach from the constant demands of his job and reconnect with a simpler, more focused mindset. And honestly, who among us hasn't felt that need to just shut out the noise and focus on something calming and engaging?
Right. It's like a universal human need. And it ties into this growing body of research on mindfulness and its benefits for decision making, stress management, overall well being. Puzzles, in a way, offer like a tangible, accessible form of mindfulness practice.
Yeah, that's a great point. Okay, and finally, we have Parks and Recreation and the eternally optimistic Leslie Knope. Even she turns to a puzzle during a brainstorming session,
Right.
which perfectly reflects her personality and approach to problem solving.
Exactly. Leslie's just unwavering determination and positive outlook are mirrored in her engagement with the puzzle. For her, it's not about frustration. It's about finding those creative solutions, just like she does in her work.
Yeah, it's like the puzzle becomes this physical manifestation of her mental process, a way for her to literally piece together a plan. And it's inspiring to see that even in a lighthearted show like Parks and Rec, puzzles can be used to reinforce a character's core values and their problem-solving style.
Absolutely. And for viewers, it reinforces the idea that challenges can be approached with this sense of playfulness and optimism. It's not always about brute force. Sometimes it's about finding those creative, unexpected solutions, just like fitting together the oddly shaped pieces of a puzzle.
It's amazing how these shows, through these seemingly simple puzzle scenes, manage to convey such profound messages about resilience problem-solving and the power of human connection.
And it all circles back to Jody Jill's vision for National Puzzle Day. It's not just about celebrating puzzles as this pastime. It's about recognizing their potential to teach us these valuable life skills and connect us on this deeper level.
It's like those puzzle pieces are like metaphors for the challenges we face in life. We might feel lost, overwhelmed, unsure how to proceed. But just like solving a puzzle, we have to break down the problem, look for patterns, and trust that we can find a solution, one piece at a time. And sometimes we need a little help from our friends, family, or even our favorite TV characters to remind us of that.
I love that analogy. It speaks to the power of storytelling and how it can connect seemingly disparate things like puzzles and personal growth. We see these characters struggle, strategize, and ultimately triumph. And it gives us hope that we can do the same in our own lives.
Speaking of hope, I think it's important to acknowledge that these puzzle scenes often tap into something quite profound, this human need for order and meaning, in a world that can often feel chaotic and unpredictable.
Exactly. Puzzles, whether they're literal or metaphorical, offer a framework for making sense of the world. They present a challenge with this defined set of rules and a clear objective. And in that process of solving them, we gain a sense of control, accomplishment, even a new perspective.
It's like those aha moments, when you finally figure out where that tricky piece fits in a jigsaw puzzle. Suddenly the picture becomes clearer, and you feel the sense of satisfaction and understanding. And it's those same feelings of clarity and resolution that we often seek in our own lives when facing challenges and uncertainties.
In those moments of triumph, whether experienced through a character on screen or through our own puzzle-solving endeavors, can be incredibly empowering. They remind us that we have the capacity to think critically, strategize, and overcome obstacles no matter how complex they may seem.
And for all those puzzle enthusiasts out there,
Mm.
like me, who get a little thrill seeing characters share our passion. It's like a nod from the creators, like they're
Yeah.
saying, we see you puzzle lovers.
Right, definitely. And it speaks to the universality of that puzzle solving experience. Whether it's a fictional character or someone in real life, there's just something inherently captivating about watching someone engage with the puzzle, work through the challenges, and ultimately find a solution.
Absolutely. And it reminds me, this whole deep dive was inspired by Jody Jill, the founder of National Puzzle Day, which, by the way, is coming up on January 29th. Mark your calendars, everybody. It's a day to celebrate puzzles in all their forms and appreciate the unique way they engage our minds and bring people together.
It's a fantastic reminder that puzzles aren't just for kids or a way to pass the time. They're valuable tools for cognitive development, stress relief, and even social bonding.
And speaking of celebrating puzzles, I have to give a shout out to puzzlydayfun.com. It's a fantastic resource for all things puzzle related, with information about National Puzzle Day, different types of puzzles, even tips and tricks for solving them.
Yeah, it's a great place to just explore the world of puzzles, whether you're a seasoned solver or just starting out.
So as we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with a thought-provoking question. We've seen how these TV characters use puzzles to navigate personal challenges, to find clarity, and ultimately grow. But what about us?
Right. What's a puzzle in your life right now? It could be a problem at work, a relationship issue, or even just a personal goal that you're trying to achieve.
Think about the characters we discussed today. Rebecca's resilience, Beth's strategic thinking, Eleven's teamwork, even Sheldon's surprising flexibility. How can you apply those same qualities to your own situation?
Remember, just like those characters, you have that inner strength and resourcefulness to find solutions. It might take time, it might require a different approach, but the satisfaction of solving that puzzle, of achieving that goal, is definitely worth the effort.
So keep puzzling, keep exploring, and never underestimate the power of your own problem-solving abilities. And who knows, maybe your next breakthrough will be inspired by a puzzle-solving moment from your favorite TV show.
Until next time, happy puzzling.